So today I'm going to be taking a look at the regular Pixel 6 that was released back in 2021 alongside the Pixel 6 Pro, but dialing back on a few specs to get the price considerably lower. Now both of these phones made a bit of a splash in 2021 with their updated design and undercutting other 2021 flagships. But how does the Pixel 6 perform in 2024? Let's take a look. So Google phones will always offer exceptional software experience with bland looking phones, but that definitely changed with the release of the Pixel 6 series. A new design offering Gorilla Glass Victus protection on the display and Gorilla Glass 6 on the back panel sandwiched around an aluminium frame. And overall this is still a really premium feeling device, of course more premium than budget devices released today. And although 6.4-inch display, it's not a small phone, it is a little bit more manageable at only 207 grams. That 6.4-inch display is a flat 90Hz 1080p AMOLED down from the curved 120Hz Quad HD of the Pro. But overall it's a great display, plenty sharp enough at over 400 pixels per inch, and I do appreciate the flat edges, although I'm not a hater of slightly curved displays. And being an AMOLED display, you do get the option of an always on display to show notifications and the time, etc. And you also get an in-display fingerprint scanner, which isn't the fastest, definitely slower and more temperamental than the 6 Pro. You do also get full IP68 water and dust resistance and stereo speakers on the Pixel 6. And I've also got a full review on the Pixel 6 Pro, so check that video out too. And if you're enjoying this video, a sub to the channel would be awesome. And like the bigger Pro, performance is taken care of by Google's 5nm first-gen Tensor chip, which offers flawless performance, but also Google's software smarts and machine learning. This is backed with 8 gigs of RAM down from the 12 gigabytes on the Pro and 128 gigs of non-expandable UFS 3.1 storage. However, of course, the first gen Google Tensor chip was never known for its power efficiency, and that was noted when I was using the Pixel 6, especially when using the camera quite a lot. The phone did heat up quite a bit. And battery life, you get a 4600 mAh battery on the Pixel 6, which is an all-day battery life, no problem at all. But if you are someone that uses the camera a lot and does a lot of intense gaming, you will notice the battery life drop quite quickly. But of course, should you kill the phone in a day, the 30-watt wired charging can get you around 50% in 30 minutes. And now software is always a very pleasant topic when talking about a Pixel. You're fully updated with Android 14 and a new February 2024 security patch. And of course, the software experience is typical Pixel, very clean, no bloatware, all of the usual customization options with wallpapers, clock fonts and widgets, etc. An overall clean experience, one of the reasons why I really like going back to using a Pixel, but the main reason I go back to using one of these phones is of course that camera. Now while the Pixel 6 doesn't quite have the numbers like the Pro, it's still a decent lineup. You get the same 50 megapixel f1.9 main camera with optical image stabilization, binning down to 12.5 megapixel shots. And this is paired with the same 12 megapixel f2.2 114 degree field of view ultra wide. So obviously you're missing the 4x telephoto camera, and me being one of the 4 people in the world that actually prefers a telephoto camera to an ultra wide. And to be expected, the Pixel 6 produces the same great photos as the Pro, offering excellent detail and natural color. Some photos are sharper than some may like, but that's a look that I do prefer. And you get the usual contrast and great dynamic range in these shots as well. An overall great main camera. And switching to the ultra-wide, there's no change in color profile, but you do naturally lose a bit of quality, more noticeable in slightly lower light situations due to the smaller sensor. But in bright conditions, this offers great photos and there's no distortion around the edges, which is great too. But here are a few more sample shots using the Pixel 6. Let me know down in the comments what you think of these photos. Overall, a really great camera experience, and video tops out at 4K 60, but of course this won't blow your mind or anything like that, but it is absolutely fine for shooting some home movies of your kids and your pets, etc. And the selfie camera is an 8 megapixel lens down from the 11 megapixels on the Pro, and this is where the lower resolution shows. For me, the selfie snaps don't look as good as the Pro, noticeably less detail, and at least on the phone, the photos looked a bit too contrasty for me. I found myself taking selfies with the main camera instead. So overall, that's my really quick look at the Google Pixel 6 in 2024. Overall, it's still a really great phone, and at 180 quid, which is what I picked this up in really great condition, it's still definitely worth the money. It's definitely miles ahead than budget phones released today, certainly in performance and in the camera, but of course not necessarily in the battery life. But if you are looking at a refurbished Pixel 6, I'd consider looking at the Pixel 6 Pro, as this costs me about 30 quid more, and you're definitely getting a lot more than 30 quid's extra phone with the Pixel 6 Pro. But I'll tell you all about that in my Pixel 6 Pro review, and I'll see you there.